Well, just like WandaVision, I guess I'm reviewing Loki, the whole series by myself. And what a series it was, guys. I'm glad it's coming back for a second season. As we found out, I guess the Ancient One was wrong. You don't have to not return the stones to have branch realities, as we understood it. As we understood it, you take a stone out, you don't return it, it's going to branch off into reality. But he who remains, I guess he's the reason why there's one sacred timeline, and you can mess it up. And if you kill him, Sylvie. But Jonathan Majors is playing King the Conqueror, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. But I didn't think it was going to be him as the main villain. I thought it was going to be He Who Remains. And in a sense, I was right, because that's what Miss Minutes called him. But it was really King the Conqueror. So I was half right. But the beginning of Loki starts off with him, where our Avengers Endgame left off when he grabbed the Tesseract. But that was from the first Avengers movie. My son's like, that's from Avengers. I went, no, he captured Loki in Avengers. What happened? What did happen in Avengers Endgame, that movie, but he wasn't supposed to grab the Tesseract and disappear. So they're trying to prune him, but Mobius wants his help to catch this other variant Loki, which he thinks is a guy. Which is understandable, because all the other variants that they showed were, Loki figures. And we had one winning the Tour de France, which was kind of funny. But the first episode, we didn't see the female Loki. We just know there was a variant killing off other TVA, Time Variance Authority people. Like I said, first Loki doesn't want to help, finds out the Tesseract don't work there, the Time Stone, no, the Infinity Stones work there. He's like, you have Infinity Stones? Like in the guy, he threatened to go like a fish and doesn't know what a fish was. So yeah, some of these use them as paperweights. And I don't know what's up with Renslayer's character. I don't like her. I've never liked her. And at the end, I definitely don't like Miss Minutes. She's creepy now. But, the second episode, we finally get to see Loki's variant. And it's female. Still, she calls herself Sylvie. She doesn't want to be called Loki, as we found out in the third episode. Because she says, don't call me that. He goes, what? Text? Is that the one, I think? When she takes over, drops, yeah. He goes, text savvy? She goes, no. Loki. And everybody thought that he stole the Time Stone when he had that building up. Guys, he did not steal the Time Stone. That's so idiotic when all these people said he had the Time Stone, because it'd have to be that Time Stone from that reality for it to work, and he wouldn't know unless he tried, and he didn't. He used his powers to have that go back up. The building that almost squashed him on Lamentus. And as we found out in season 4, or episode 4, they're sitting by the lake. Loki basically falls in love with himself, except for it's a girl and it's not really himself, it's a variant of himself. So I guess Loki loves himself. So that was kind of weird. I mean, talk about incest, right? I mean, is that the whole reason why Disney didn't want to make Back to the Future? You got the mother kissing the kid. Oh, we can't show this. It's incest, but it's okay to have it on Disney Plus. But that's how they found out where they were, because they found out the reason why they couldn't capture the female Loki. She was hiding in Apocalypse. Loki found this out. Loki wanted her help to take over the TVA. Sylvie had other ideas, and almost worked if Loki had interfered. So like I said, episode 4 they catch him, and it was good, but as we found out in that episode, was it the same episode? Yeah, the Timekeepers, they aren't real. She decapitated one of the Sylvie, let's talk. She's like, no, I'm done talking. She decapitates one of them, found out it's an android. And I guess if you listen closely, I guess he, Jonathan Majors, I think that's his name. Tell me if I'm wrong. He voiced all 3 of the Timekeepers. That's pretty darn good. Because he is the one, of course, pulling the strings. And of course, those 2 laugh, have the robotic laugh, and they just kind of die because they think it's funny, because she just killed versions of Timekeepers that aren't really real. So let's face it. So, but right when Loki's about to tell her his true feelings towards Sylvie, he gets pruned by Renslayer. But before that, Mobius is trying to figure out what happened to C20, and because I think in episode 3 she goes, it's real. It's all she kept saying, or that's what she said in episode 2 before they found Sylvie at the Rocksmart shopping center. She kept saying, it's real, I want to go home. They said, you'll take you home. She's like, no, I want to go to my real home. Which we didn't understand until, we saw it episode 3. That all the TVA are variants. In episode 3, she even takes was it Pete, or was that episode 4? Episode 3, she takes B20, she goes, I looked happy. So C20, Renslayer kills. I think it's B20, or B15. The one that first caught Loki, She's not believing the lies, because she just saw the timekeepers were fake. Of course, Renslayer's like, how's that right? She's like, it makes everything relevant. They aren't real. It's like, maybe they aren't supposed to be real, or maybe they would protect us for our own good. She's the only one I think that believes that. Because an episode... After episode 4, Sylvie does catch Renslayer, who I've never liked from the beginning. And she has lied to Mobius. And we'll talk about that at the end of the episode. I mean, flat out lied, we had to kill her, she wasn't coherent, blah, blah, blah. So, we get to the episode, I think, 4, where Mobius finds out that's BS. He also sees a thing for, I forget what high school, some president. I don't remember. But she's actually, working there. He's trying to figure out why she has so many how's that pen there, and he figures it out in the last episode. But episode 5 was good because, it's funny because everything that Renslayer asked for, she'd find right away. Everything that Sylvie wanted, Miss Minute took her time to find because she was stalling until backup got there. So Miss Minutes was stalling until backup got there so she could Renslayer, but instead, Sylvie pruned herself and goes to the Void, where we meet Eliath, and this is where we see where Loki went. And that's what I love about the end of episode 4, guys. They gotta make this into a plushie, an alligator Loki. Loki, as I call him, Loki-gator. But we see classic Loki, and we see boastful Loki. That's the big black guy that made his old Mjolnir, and we have Kid Loki and Loki-gator. So episode 5, they're talking about their Nexus events and how they got here. And Kid Loki said he's there because he killed Thor, which, was kind of a shocker. It's like, whoa, I guess that would be a Nexus event. And I think classic Loki, I think that's what they called him, Richard E. Grant's character, had the comic accurate outfit on. He said, yeah, he made an illusion so real that the Mad Titan believed it, that he just floated off into space while he killed what he thought, Mad Titan, of course, being Thanos, thought was Loki, and broke his neck. And he said, a minute I thought, I wanted to see if anybody missed me, Thor, and that's the people of Asgard. He took one step off that planet that he's heading on. Boom. Timekeepers got him. And of course, boastful Loki said after he killed Iron Man and Captain America, he got all the Infinity Stones, and Loki-gator calls BS on him. I don't know how Kid Loki could speak that, but he speaks Loki-gator. And the boastful Loki, well, at least my Nexus event was eating the neighbor's cat. He goes after his arm. But Loki at that time, our Loki's had enough. He goes to go out, and he's beaten by all these other Lokis, including President Loki, which is the only other Loki that actually looks like Tom Hiddleston. But the funny thing is, when they're headed back to the hideout, I forgot to mention this part, guys. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. But he's trying to figure out what's going on, right? And he's like, and I see an alligator, which says, I'm sorry, doesn't surprise me. An alligator. That's Loki. Now, as we're heading to the hideout, though, guys, we see Throg. Throg is a thing. Throg is in the MCU. He's canon now in the MCU. He's trying to escape out of a glass jar like Thor was trying to escape out of his glass prison. I guess that'd just be a bigger glass jar. Anyways, President Loki thinks he has all the other Lokis on his side, and they all turn against him, and of course, what Loki's do is they all fight, except for classic Loki cast projections of himself, Kid Loki, Loki Gator, and Loki. So they get out of there. And I think they had Kid Loki or classic Loki throwing Loki Gator for the projections. Oh, I forgot. Loki Gator bit off President Loki's hand. It's great. They gotta make a plush of him. They're making a pop of him. As you can see, I have pops in the background. But they gotta make a plush of the Loki Gator. That's awesome. So after they get out of the void, we see Sylvie arrive in the void on a bus. And Elias trying to get her. But we see this car. And evidently has a big slice of pizza on top. Evidently it's a delivery car. And it's Mobius telling her to get in. So they drive away and they drive back because she has a weird feeling to go that way, I guess, because don't know why. But we see all the Lokis classed together, and that's like a glorious purpose. And they're so worried about their glorious purpose that we can't work together. And she finds Loki with these other Lokis. And he goes, oh, this is Loki, and this is Loki. She goes, this is that? And alligators, it's like, don't question. I just find it best off not to question that. So he didn't even question because he wasn't surprised. She was surprised by the Loki Gator, though. So she says, I'm going to enchant. He's like, you can't. It's like, no, I'm going to enchant because his plan was to kill Alaya. And even Mobius says she's pretty sad at it because she even bought him a temp pad. He's like, what are you going to do? He's like, well, I'm going to go down and burn it. I'm going to take your idea. I'm going to burn it to the ground. Awesome lot there, Mobius. I hope you get to do it in season 2. So anyways, I think that brings us to the last season. The reason why Sylvie thinks she can, what did I just say? Enchant it is because when she was running away from Eliath, she kind of touched one of his things and she saw what was beyond Eliath, and then what it looks like is a castle. And it's, basically, I guess it is a castle at the rock at the end of time. But anyways, so her and Loki's trying to distract it, but we get classic Loki sacrificing himself at the end of episode 5 so they can get to the fortress, time fortress, I don't know, time castle, whatever you want to call it. So that's how episode 6 starts off, They get into the time castle. They're very cautious. Then we get Miss Minutes freaking a lot of you out. Didn't freak me out. That freaked out a lot of people. And she's offering to be in the same timeline together. And she's offering them, you can be king. And you two can live together. And they go, who? She goes, who's behind us? She says, you can do that. She goes, he who remains. So it's like, oh, I should just do series because you guys probably don't believe that. Because that's all I was thinking. I was thinking they're not going to do King. There's no way Jonathan Majors is coming into this series. So I'm thinking, oh, I was right. It is He Who Remains because that's what she said. So I'm expecting this guy from Rocky, the trainer Mick. I'm expecting someone to look like that, old and just ready to not do anymore. That's why I built the Timekeepers in the comic books. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, all right. But we also see, I got Theron Renslayer because I left that part out. Because Renslayer caught Sylvie when she was just a kid. I don't know what her Nexus thing is because she even asked Renslayer was my Nexus event. And Renslayer says with a smile, I don't remember. Bullshit. She remembers. But I think Renslayer has an agenda on her own. I'll let you know what that is before I'm done here. Because I left that part out. Like I said, I'm trying to do a quick review, and it's not a quick review. No, my wife probably remembered this stuff and probably said, what about this? But I don't know. Like I said, I'm like Thanos again, doing it myself. And tomorrow I think I'll talk about Iron Man with my son, because I know that's what he wants to do. It might be today, it depends on when this video finally gets done uploading. It's 10:17 p.m. on a Tuesday night, Missouri time. I just got done filming a video for my Pop channel. Now I'm doing a video for you guys. So, or was I season 6? That's right. They get to so after Miss Minutes is done with them, she goes back to Renslayer, and she goes, "Are the files I asked for?" So that's all right now. She's like, "These aren't the files you asked for." She goes, "Well, he thinks this is better." She goes, "Who?" She should know it's king, but she doesn't know it's king. She doesn't know he remains as king because in the comic books they were lovers.
Yeah, that's why I'm returning.
Really? But in this series, evidently they're not lovers. So.
Did she eat all that cake?
So I'm surprised she doesn't know he who remains is. While you're here, though, do you want to talk about Iron Man tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I will.
So I guess we know what we're talking about tomorrow. So, guys, we talk about, yeah, that's right. She goes back. And she goes, I forget what she says. And he goes, then, but at that point, I forgot what she said. Oh, that's right. He knocks on, after Miss Minutes leaves, he knocks on the door. She said, I thought I said, oh, no one disturbed me. Then you see Mobius. Well, I guess she'll be unhappy to see me. And she's surprised. Like, if anyone can escape from the void, it's you. And then she calls for help. He's like, yeah. That's not going to work now that we know your secret. He holds up the pen. B-20 has escaped because Mobius let her escape. We're back in Ohio, 2018. I think this is before the snap because it doesn't look like it's after the snap. It could be. It doesn't say when in 2018. But the snap happened in 2018. We're taken to Ohio where she's a principal.
Is that what it's called?
And even the timekeeper, or the TV agent that's chasing down B-20 goes, Judge Renslayer? She goes, that's not Renslayer. She goes, what are you doing in my office? And when he calls that, when he sees that, he goes, that's right. So I'm sorry. I happened before that. Now, she goes in this office. Then Renslayer walks through the door and goes, Judge Renslayer? She goes, she's like, who are you? What are you doing in my office? She goes, that's not Judge Renslayer. She goes, who are you? Again, right? She's like, we need, and then B-20 is telling the other TV agents, like, yeah, we need to talk. And this is when we find out, like Sylvie told Loki, they're all variants. They're all variants. And I'm sad to see that Mobius didn't get to be on his jet ski. I think in his life he had a jet ski. I want to see him on his jet ski in season 2. So we get to that, right? Then we're back to the... I think we're back in... No, we're not back in her office. I think that's how it ended. We're back in this castle, this fortress, this whatever, right? Maybe it was. No, I'm right. Then Mobius tries to get her, right? Prune her, to send her into the void because that's not a place you want to be. That's not a place anybody should go. And she says it needs to happen. He's like, why can't we just happen the way it is? Because free will. She goes, no, we need to be pruned. And she's like, where are you going? He's like, you think you're going somewhere. You try to prune her, and he fails. And he says, go. And she takes the prune stick. You go ahead. He's like, you can't do any more worse than, basically the void. She goes, no, I'm not going to do it. And he says, where are you going? She's like, to find free will. And she takes off. Then we're back in this time fortress, Loki and Sylvie. It looks like it's been pieced together because it looks like it's been cracked and broken. Finally, at the elevator, we see He Who Remains. This is really King the Conqueror. And I gotta say, this is the nice version of King. Even he agrees so. So, Sylvie keeps trying to kill him in the elevator. She doesn't succeed. They finally get all the way up. They both think he's lying. But except for the more he talks to them, the more Loki begins to believe him. Because he's like, I know what happens. He puts down paper, and Loki says, this is some kind of trick. He goes, yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? This is something you would say. You think everything is. And he starts breaking it down for me. And he's like, yeah, I knew about these other universes that were on top of each other, basically. And he found a way in. They're the ones that created the doors. They're the ones that created the prune sticks. They're the ones that created this reset charges. He's like, but then we had some that decided they wanted to rule all of them, and they went to a multiversal war. But he came out on top and created one timeline. So I guess that little cartoon at the beginning was right, that there was a timeline chaos event, and but it wasn't the timekeepers that made one sacred timeline. It was this one king that came out on top. I even tell Sylvie, he's like, "You think I'm the devil until you meet my variants." Like I said, this was a very concave. He wanted them to continue his work, but if you listen closely in the video, he knew he was going to die. He knew it. He even said, "When you kill me." He didn't say, "If you kill me." He told Sylvie flat out, "When you kill me." Which, Loki tries to stop her because she is ready to kill him. He's like, "What if he's telling the truth? What if he's telling the truth?" She's like, "How come I don't feel this way the same way you do?" Because for together they're along the line. You do see timeline at the beginning of the branch. He's like, "Oh, yeah." I stopped talking. It's like, "Oh, we crossed the threshold. I don't know when it's going to happen now." And you do see branches of the timeline going out because it seems like the longer they're together, the more stuff's going to happen. Like it should even shown up on the TVA's apocalypse event because the apocalypse should have taken care of it. But I guess Loki's love was so strong for her, it actually created a chaos event that could, like Ruby said, could bring this thing crashing down. And it almost did. But now they're fighting over keeping him, he remains alive. And, Loki and Sylvie fight, and he's getting all excited over the fight, and it's like, ooh. But he knew what was going to happen, even before he said he didn't know what was going to happen. And then we see Sylvie, finally to drop her daggers. And she kisses Loki, but if you look, she turns him. Then she grabs the thing and uses her chaos magic and pushes him through a doorway. Right? Then she pushes the desk out of the way. And she looks at him and goes, "Aren't you going to beg for your life?" And he just laughs at her. And then she stabs him last more. He looks at her and goes, "See you soon," and winks at her. And she falls to the ground. And you just see all these branches all of a sudden after that happens, just breaking off. And after he wanted those two Lokis to continue his work. She's screwed. But then we see Loki trying to find, what he finally does in the library. Except for we cut to a different shot of Mobius with B20. And he goes, "There's no turning back now." And B20 says, "Who's saying anything about turning back?" That was the Mobius that we knew. Our Loki was finding Mobius. He goes, "You work for logistics, right?" He's like, "Who are you?" And, because he wants to know who he is. He doesn't know who Loki is. That is really weird because he tells Mobius, "We screwed up. We messed up the timeline. And there's a war. He's coming. It's going to be a war." He goes, "Oh, Dad, you work for logistics, right?" He goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "Mobius, what are you talking about?" He said, "Who are you?" And Loki looks out and he sees his 3 statues of the timekeepers. Boom! It's a statue king, guys. He's right there. But the most underrated part of that episode was the "who are you" part. He didn't know who Loki was. Is there not like Lokis that were wanted by the TVA in that universe? Because it has to be a different branch reality. So I should say, is there not any Lokis in that branch reality that needed to be pruned by the TVA? Or going after is even Renslayer that was in charge of that TVA? Because we know they're all variants, and that just proves that Mobius is a different variant. Because he didn't know who Loki was. B20 didn't know who Loki was. I mean, guys, it was crazy that they didn't know who he was. And, or Mobius, we didn't get to see him on a jet ski. And poor Loki, because they don't know who he is. So Sylvie sold him somewhere where they don't know who Loki is. I don't think she knew that. As she fell to the ground, it seemed like she was in tears because she worked so hard to kill him, and she finally did. But it was kind of like an empty victory because she wanted him to beg for his life. She wanted him to say something. All he said was, "See you soon." Winked at her. I mean, could you imagine your lifelong goal? You finally reach it, and that's all you get is dissatisfaction. It wasn't worth it. And you get a "see you soon." So I can't wait for season 2 to come out with Loki. But does this set up the new Spider-Man movie? It probably does. Because maybe she killed him in our timeline, or their timeline, which is 2023 right now. So they're 2 years ahead of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I think that's how come you get the Multiverse of Madness. That's how you can get Spider-Man No Way Home. Because when she had killed him at that time, that moment in time, it was 2023. Because once again, like um, Agatha told Wanda, you don't know what you've unleashed. And by the way, congratulations to WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I think even Loki. They've all been nominated for Emmys, I think. Even Catherine Hahn's been nominated, guys. Best Supporting Actress, I'm pretty sure is what it is. I hope she gets nominated for it. She definitely deserves it. She was awesome in WandaVision. So, now we're going to have all these branch realities. Like, I don't know when season 2 of Loki's supposed to begin. Is it going to begin before Doctor Strange to the Multiverse of Madness? Is it going to be after that? Are we going to see Kang before Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? Are there going to be references like Doctor Strange maybe and Spider-Man No Way Home? Guys, what do you think about King? Is he going to get any screen time, or are we gonna, next time we're going to see him is in Jonathan Majors' Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? I think there's going to be mentions of him. I don't know if we're going to see him in the background at all, but this is going to tie in Morbius, the vampire character that's associated basically with Spider-Man, because you see the Spider-Man Wanda poster. We saw the one preview with the Vulture in there. This is definitely going to tie in with Spider-Man No Way Home. It's going to definitely WandaVision, not WandaVision. Sorry, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be batshit crazy, guys. It's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to really tie in the what if, because... Oh, I put them away. I put my what if comics away. I did a video on the what if pops. Because, guys, there are what if comic books. The first what if comic book was what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four. So they're just doing it on the Marvel movies now and not the comic books. Which is, there's only 10 episodes of that, which I got misled because I thought there was going to be one for every movie, and I thought, what are you going to do, like 2 episodes, like a week or something? Evidently not. They're going to do 10 episodes. We'll see how far they in the timeline they go. And we'll see. I don't know. Will it be good? Will it be bad? Who knows? I'm excited for it. Oh no, I really loved Loki, but my favorite is still WandaVision. Guys, what is your favorite Disney Plus show so far? Mine might be the What If series. Like I said, it was cool. The concept that they did in the comic books. It's going to be cool now. They're doing it on the small screen, so I'm looking forward to that. And wish my wife was doing this with me. I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, my son's going to talk to me tomorrow. We're going to do an Iron Man thing, because he started off the MCU, but Loki started off the multiverse. So, we'll see how the What If goes. And I'm ready for What If. Bring it on. Ready for Loki. I'm sorry, it was really good. And maybe my wife will be in tomorrow's video for Iron Man. So look for that tomorrow. I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can. It might be consecutive days leading up to August 11th. We finally get What If. Guys, what if Iron Man didn't become Iron Man? So, can't wait to do that. I can't wait to break down each episode either that day or a day after. If it's on Wednesdays, I'm going to have to do it that day afterwards, because it's going to be awesome. My kids might be back in school, but my wife might not be working. It might just be me. I don't want it to be just me though, so I might have to wait till they get home and watch the What If series with them if it's not on Friday morning. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know when August 11th is. I forgot to look. It might be Wednesdays again. And I like the Wednesdays better because I have Wednesday off. It's the middle of the week. It could be going back to Fridays. I don't know. But what did you guys think of Loki? I love Loki. I loved it. I thought it was a good series. Like I said, what was your, I don't have that many subscribers, so the 4 that I have. What did you guys think of Loki? If you don't have Disney Plus, you know someone that does have Disney Plus, you can ask for their password. I didn't say that though. And they might let you watch Disney Plus so you can watch Loki and you don't have to pay for it. I would think that would be a nice thing to do, especially if you know that person is a good friend of yours. I'm a good friend. I can go over your house. Or lie that I went over your house and let you watch Disney Plus and all that fun stuff. So guys, like I said, WandaVision definitely worth watching. Captain America, I keep calling it Captain America. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is awesome to watch. I guess spoiler if you haven't seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sorry. And but I think I did a review on that too, so it shouldn't be a spoiler if you watch that video. And like I said, the What If series, I'm gonna have to break it down each episode because it's gonna be a different thing each time. I'm really curious if it's true if Doctor Strange is gonna be in the Peggy Carter one. If Peggy Carter became to the Super Soldier Serum. I think I saw pop. She's gonna be Captain Carter. Wouldn't it be Captain Britain? So I'll leave it on that one because that's gonna be the first one of series. You know, tell me what you guys are thinking of that. I've seen if you've seen any previews. I have. Like I said, Loki definitely worth the watch. On this next series, I'm gonna have to do it out for each episode because if I don't, it's not gonna make any sense because I don't think it's gonna go like WandaVision did. It's not gonna go like Captain Falcon the Winter Soldier did. It's not gonna go like Loki did because it's just different what ifs of different movies. And evidently Killmonger, spoiler if you haven't seen the previews yet, saves Iron Man. And if you didn't know that Peggy Carter is going to become Captain America and that it looks like Steve Rogers is going to get his own Iron Man suit that Howard Stark's going to build. So I'm really excited. I can't wait, and I can't wait for this series. One thing that I'm thinking about now is, does he save Bucky? Because if he's not Captain America, Peggy Carter doesn't really care because he went to go save Bucky. So I'm really interested to see if that happens. I'm really interested to see where that series goes, that What If goes. And guys, The Watcher is in the What If comic books. I don't have them. I can't show them to you. I forgot to put them over there. The Watcher is going to be doing, I've got the shows. The Watchers, you guys, if you're wondering who they are, go watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 again. The Watchers are the people that Stan Lee talks to. I forget who voices the Watcher. It sounds like he does a great job, and I hope you enjoyed this video because I'm done talking about Loki and I'm talking about something that hasn't happened yet. Like I said, tune in tomorrow. My son and I are going to talk about Iron Man. I'll give you my honest thoughts on that because he was born before Iron Man came out. He was born in 2008. Iron Man came out in March 2008. He was born in February 2008. I watched that with my wife. So he doesn't know much about the casting and stuff, but we'll talk about the movie in general also. I'll start off by giving my thoughts about the casting, especially the main character. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you haven't yet, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to leave a comment, you know, like I said, what was your favorite Disney Plus? Definitely be a comment, and I hope I get more subscribers to this. I've only picked up once since I've done this, but I'm having fun doing this, even if it's just by myself. But tomorrow, I'm finally gonna do something with my family like this was intended for. That's why I started to do this. And my son is over 16, 15, is 13 years old now. So he's allowed to be in my videos. I can make it not for kids if we slip on accidentally say some words we're not supposed to say. But as far as I know, he's going to be the only one that's in my videos so far. So that way I can comment. Now that you see that my family's in this video with me today, so I can say this is not for kids. And like I said, I was able to use the term batshit crazy. Boom. So this video is definitely not made for kids then. So guys, I hope you tune tomorrow when we talk about Iron Man. I said sorry for the late drop tonight. Who knows, you might get 2 videos tomorrow, so we'll see. Guys, so have a good night. I'm gonna been watching the Marvel movie timeline in order. I think I am on Ant-Man. I'm on Ant-Man. So it's kind of funny because they redid their timeline order now that Black Widow came out. Of course, Black Widow is right after Civil War, like it's intended to be. But I think they waited way too long to make her movie. I should have said that during my Black Widow review. But guys, I hope you enjoyed Loki. Well, I hope you're looking for the What If series like I am. I forget what's after the What If series. Maybe you guys can let me know. It's Hawkeye? Could be wrong. Could be She-Hulk. I'm not sure. I know they're going to release Miss Marvel before the Marvels. I don't like that title. They should have kept Captain Marvel too. But whatever. So guys, enjoy the rest of your night. See you tomorrow. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That's why I was forgetting. That's why my mind is racing and I keep rambling. Hit the notification bell. Select all. That way YouTube lets you know when I drop a new video. And if I share this on Facebook, which I will, guys, go over to YouTube and like it because that's the only way the algorithm works. If you like it on YouTube. So if you're an AT&T user, you already have YouTube. If you watch this on your cell phone. And until tomorrow, guys, take care. Bye-bye.